All right, gentlemen, I have a serious question to ask you, especially you younger ones. What's it going to take? No, really, I'm asking you directly. What's it going to take to make you realize that marriage these days is a no-win proposition for men? One in which the risk of you losing everything to a woman who doesn't value you, doesn't appreciate you, probably doesn't even acknowledge you, is very real. We OGs keep telling you, but sadly, many of you aren't listening, as is evidenced by, say, Tyreek Hill, who made the mistake of catching more feelings than he did touchdown passes in the past 2 years. And instead of getting paid now for catching touchdowns, he's now going to pay for catching those feelings. And pay dearly. Because you see, Tyreek didn't listen. Didn't listen to us OGs, probably didn't listen to his lawyers and advisors either. And now, he just got benched. Not by the Dolphins, not by the NFL, but by the divorce courts. And let me tell you, the scoreboard is brutal. You see, after 17 months of marriage, the judge in his divorce just ordered Hill to fork over $20,000 to $50,000 every single month to his soon-to-be ex-wife, Keeta Vaccaro, for, get this, spending money. Not child support, not alimony, not rent, spending money. Basically, she's now on a permanent shopping spree with his debit card. I guess that's now the going rate that women deserve for having to suffer through 17 months of marriage. Oh, and that's just the start. You see, in addition to her monthly gift basket, Tyreek's also got to fork over a one-time check for $500,000, probably so she can wipe her tears with silk tissues, and another $450K for her legal fees to pay for her lawyer to keep screwing him. Because, as is often the case, the man must pay her lawyer as well because she's not as strong and independent as she runs around claiming to be. Oh, but I guess there is some good news. He only had to shell out another $100K for a brand new car for her. You see, the poor thing was denied her request for a $200,000 Bentley, so I guess she's being forced to slum it in a six-figure ride. Oh, and wait for this little nugget, lest we forget. She also gets exclusive use of their $5.5 million Miami condo, while Tyreek covers the mortgage, the insurance, utilities, internet, and health insurance for her and their daughter. And she gets it all tax-free, something lottery winners don't even get. And again, let me repeat it. That's after 17 months of marriage. Let that number percolate for a second, men. 17 months. And then explain to me again how marriage is a benefit to men. Explain to me again why any man should ever want to get married knowing all this. Because while the numbers may change, the fact is, it's all relative to the amount the man brings in. Sure, Tyreek makes millions, but relatively speaking, he got handed the same bill the poor schmuck down the street gets handed when his wife leaves him because she thought the Chad she's been screwing on the side was going to wife her up. The numbers may be a bit different, but in the end, both men end up paying dearly. So let's recap. She gets to keep the mansion, a luxury car, free health care, a $500,000 for her lawyer, a $500,000 golden parachute, and a monthly allowance that makes most men's yearly salary look like pocket change. And for all of that, what does Tyreek get in return? The bill. After 17 months of marriage. Imagine what it would have been after 17 years. This is why, gentlemen, you should not marry. Because, yeah, some men, about 10 to 15%, end up in terrific marriages with terrific women. But the fact is, 55% of the time, most men are going to end up standing in front of a judge who's going to take away everything he's earned, just like the one did to Tyreek. And oh yeah, for the remainder, for another 30% or so, they're going to end up being trapped in misery, trapped in a financial prison because they know those judges are out there just waiting to stick it to another guy. And people wonder why men are walking away from marriage. Gentlemen, this is your warning label. Forget the prenups at this point. You need a hazmat suit. In this case, she literally married an NFL player for a year and a half and now gets to live like she's still on the team payroll for the rest of her life, while he's out here trying to cover her Netflix password, hair extensions, and nail appointments, as he's the one doing all the work. Oh, and one final point. This is all before the actual divorce settlement. This is just the starting point, a temporary support order so she can maintain her lifestyle. Imagine what the final judgment is going to look like. At this rate, Tyreek's going to be running routes not just for the Dolphins, but for DoorDash as he tries to cover all these payments. So what's the takeaway? What's the lesson we men need to learn? Well, if you're a man with money, any amount of money, you better protect it like it's 4th and goal in the Super Bowl. Because the court system does not care how hard you worked for it. They're going to come for it. All of it. And while you may not be worth millions like Tyreek is, you could end up just as broke as he inevitably will be. All right, so I want to get your thoughts on this. Tell me, why do you think men still think marriage is a good idea? Why do they still believe it's a win? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, if you got value from this video, do me a favor. Hit like, share it, and subscribe. Costs you nothing, but helps me to have the real conversations with all of the other men out there. The conversations that men need to hear. Till next time, stay strong, take care of yourself, and never stop speaking, because men need to be heard.